Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Luqman from Queen Antasari Banjarmasin, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher of Mathematics Education Department, Class G 2019. On this occasion, I made a learning video to fulfill the final assignment of the English for Mathematics, this course mastered by Mr. Ahmad, Wafa, Nazim. Alright, in this video we will learn together about fraction. What is a fraction? I'm sure we have all learned this fraction math field we're still in elementary school, so we'll think back to the matter about the fraction before we move on the next math. Now, back to the initial fact of what a fraction is. By definition, a fraction is a number that indicates a part of the total. Now, imagine we have a delicious pizza for a night with mom, dad, and young brother. To get the same share evenly, we can cut the pizza into 4 parts. 1 part for ourselves, 1 part for the father, 1 part for the mother, and last piece for the young brother. So, we can conclude that everyone has a quarter part, or one part of 4. That is a fraction. Fraction have a common form i.e. a over b. A is called a numerator and b is called the denominator. Alright, first we will learn about fraction word. Fraction of value are fraction of equal value when the numerator and denominator are multiplied or divided by the same number. For example, we have 1 quarter. If the numerator and denominator are multiplied by the number 2, the result is 8. This means 1 quarter is worth with 2/8. Or we can also use the division. 3/12, 3 is numerator and 12 is the numerator. Equally divided by 3, the result is 1 quarter. This means 3/12 is worth with 1 quarter. Next, let's try to find fraction word 2/5. 2 and 5 are equally multiplied by the number 2. So, the result is 14. This means 2/5 is worth with 14. Furthermore, 9 and 15. We will simplify this fraction by equally dividing the numerator and the denominator value by the number 3. For this is 3/5. We will talk about fractional comparison. Here, we will find out which fraction are larger or smaller some fraction. Well, in combined fraction, we can pay attention to 3 steps. First, if the denominator is the same, and second, if the denominator is the same, and the last, if the denominator and numerator are different. We will discuss one by one, but the first is if the numerator is the same, then we can directly compare of the value numerator. Reverse, we have 3/5 and 1/5, which are larger. Here, we can see that both have the same denominator, which is the number 5. So, we can compare the number because 3 is greater than 1, then 3/5 is greater than 1/5. Now, what if 2/7 and 5/7, which are bigger fractions? Remember, if the denominator is the same, we can directly compare the numerator. Because 2 is less than 5, then 2/7 is less than 5/7. So this is right. Now, the second part, when the numerator is the same. Then what we need to be compared is the denominator value. The larger the numerator, the smaller the fractional value. We have fractional of 5/8 and 5/11, which are larger. Well, we know that the numerator has the same number, that is 5. So we will pay attention to the denominator. Remember, the greater the denominator, the smaller the fractional value. Because 8 is greater than 11, then 5 5/8 is greater than 5/11. Now, fraction are 2/5 and 2/7. The numerator is the same number, that is 2. Next, we will pay attention to the denominator. Because 5 is greater than 7, then 2/5 is greater than 2/7. The last form, when the numerator and denominator are different, then to find this solution is we can modify the denominator. Well, here suppose we have A over B and C over D is equal with AD over BD is less than BC over BD, or AB over BD is greater than BC over BD. This step we get with modify the cos. For example, 4/7 and 5/8. We see that the numerator and denominator are the same difference. So we multiply the cos 4 times 8 and 5 times 7, resulting 32 and 65. Which is greater? Is of course the number 65. So that 32 is less than 65. Then 4/7 is less than 5/8. Another example, 3/8 and 7/11. Which is greater? We see the cross multiplication of 3 times 11 and 7 times 8 resulting 33 and 56. Because 33 is less than 56, then 38 is less than 7/11. Alright, next we'll study the fractional outcome of fraction. First, the third is the addition and subtraction. The operation of addition and reduction of fraction can be done if the fraction operated have the same denominator. Take a look at the following step 1. Make the denominator. When equalizing the denominator, then we multiply by the denominator, which a number as well as the numerator, multiplied by the same number. Then the numerator is overrid. In addition to using KPK, we can also use cross multiplication. Example, such as the form below, we have 3 fractions: 5/7 plus 1/7 minus 4/7. Because the denominator are the same, then we can immediately override it. 5 plus 1 minus 4 all over 9 is equal with 2/9. Whereas if the denominator is the different, suppose we have 2/7 and 2/6, then we will use cross multiplication. 2 times 3 plus 7 times 2 all over 7 times 3 is equal with 20/21. Another example, suppose we have the fraction of 2/6 plus 1/6. Then we have to equalize the denominator. We can simplify or use KPK to solve it. Well, we multiply the numerator and the numerator fraction 1/6 with the number 2. Then we get the result of 2/6. So that after the numerator is the same, we will sum the numerator with this result is 4/6. Well, thank you for seeing this video until the end. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. And for our shortcoming, please forgive. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.